Unchecked tea with Victoria. Together we improve life one cup of tea at a time. And I'm here with another favorite cup of tea. And today's pick for me, I woke up with a bit of a tickle in my throat, so I chose, throat coat. It's great when you're struggling with a bit of a cold. It really gives a soothing sensation for your throat and your mouth. It says on the package that it's just for kids. Not sure why exactly they specified that, because it works just as well for adults. Works like magic, and it's full of really amazing things that are good for immune system, like marshmallow, sage, calendula, licorice, cinnamon bark. So all great stuff. So I highly recommend, if you're battling a bit of a cold, to try this tea. It's by Traditional Medicinals. And that's basically another great benefit of teas, right? We covered the emotional and physical comfort a warm cup of tea can bring. We talked about, the great taste with pretty much 0 calories, and as well as there are certain teas that have medicinal properties that we can use. Today we're doing part 3 out of the series of 3 videos that I'm doing, Body Sensations, Thoughts and Feelings, and today we're doing the Thoughts 101. If you haven't already watched Feelings 101 and Body Sensations 101, I highly recommend you can finish this video and move on to those 2. And if you feel like you're an expert on thoughts, feelings, and sensations, then you can move on to one of my other videos like gratitude or introduction video. But without any further ado, let's dive into Thoughts 101. So what is a thought? A thought is our evaluation of our raw experiences, sensations, and emotions. I like to think of this evaluation as all these raw experiences, feelings, and emotions going through a factory where they get shaped and stamped by our associations, memories, and our beliefs. Just to give you an example of what that might look like, 2 people might see a puppy, and one person might think, ooh, a puppy, I love puppies, in the past I had a great time with puppies, awesome, I want to pet a puppy. That's because that person has positive associations, positive memories, and they are now going to enjoy this experience. But another person sees that same puppy and they might think, oh my god, a puppy, I'm so scared, because they have in the past been bitten by a dog and now they have this very negative association with a puppy and they want to run away from this puppy. So same experience, but very different reactions based on the beliefs, memories, and associations we have. This demonstrates that our thoughts are not an accurate representation of reality. As a matter of fact, our thoughts often distort reality quite a bit. It's almost like looking out of the window, and behind the window seeing a beautiful landscape. But some windows might have blinds on, or they might be very dirty, and so that was going to block the view of reality and distort the reality. Well, we all kind of have our own blinds or some dirt in our vision based on our beliefs, memories, and associations. They kind of blind us in a way to certain things. So if we're not aware of this, that our reality is distorted by our thoughts, we're going to start taking it as truth, an absolute truth. And then that can create a lot of anxiety and depression, relationship issues, and other concern for us. I myself have struggled for a long time before I discovered and understood this concept for myself. I know a lot of my clients struggle with the same, and I, for this reason, wanted to create this video to share this knowledge that I have, with the hope that for some of you this can change your perspective on your thoughts, or for people who already know this, it can refresh their knowledge of this, so that you can also start looking at their thoughts as just thoughts and not the truth and reality. We have anywhere between 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a big number. And depending on the kind of quality of thought you have, they can either influence your day to be full of energy and positivity, or they can do the opposite. They can drain you and make you feel quite unwell and negative. So they have tremendous power over us. But once we start becoming conscious and aware of these thoughts, it's kind of like having somebody turn the light in a very dark room. We can then start engaging with them differently. We can analyze them, we can reevaluate them, and discard the thoughts that really mess up our reality and don't fit. We can also start to let go of certain thoughts as we're seeing them as thought is just a thought. This can be extremely empowering because then essentially you're taking back control over your thoughts. You're no longer a slave to them, which is how I felt before I discovered this. I felt like my thoughts, my negative thoughts were running my life and I didn't know what to do with them. I felt very helpless in the face of them. So this is very empowering tool that can give you back control over your life. A thought is just a thought. To get to that empowerment place where we feel in charge of our thoughts, so to speak, or we don't feel like they're running our lives, we need to first build awareness. So building awareness is this first step. Once we're aware of those thoughts, we can start changing them. That's the second step. And we're going to have to cover that second step in another video. But today we're going to focus on step number 1. And to help us experience this and build our awareness, I would like to invite you to do a relatively quick exercise with me. I will guide you through the entire exercise. So why don't you take a comfortable seat if you would like to take this journey with me. And you're welcome to either close your eyes or keep your eyes open for this exercise, whatever you're most comfortable with. And so as you're getting comfortable there, I'd like for you to start imagining yourself sitting on a bridge. So just as you start breathing comfortably, imagine you sitting on a bridge, and underneath the bridge there are train tracks. And there are trains running on these train tracks. And just like you are observing train tracks, you are observing your thoughts. And each wagon of the train represents a thought. And as you're watching this train, so you're watching your thoughts. Remember, a thought is just a thought, and so you allow the thoughts to drift through your mind. For example, you might have a thought, I want to go get a cup of coffee. And then following that thought, you might start thinking about who should I invite? And where should we go? And what kind of coffee should I have? That's you getting on a train of thought and being carried away from your starting point of the bridge. So when you notice that happening, when you catch yourself being carried away, just gently bring yourself back to the starting point of the observer. You can either focus on that image of being in the bridge or just simply focus on your breathing and being in the present moment. And allow a different thought to enter your brain. You will notice spurs of different thoughts happening for you, and that's absolutely normal and common. And the purpose of this exercise is not to have thoughts. The purpose is to just observe the thoughts. And the idea of bringing yourself back to the starting point, to the bridge, to the seat of the observer. That's the point of the exercise. So at this point, what you could do, you can pause the video and give yourself 1 to 2 minutes to really try this for yourself. And whenever you're ready, come back and we'll finish off with a couple of important details here. If you paused, welcome back. Doing this thoughts observation exercise 1 to 2 minutes a day, a few times a day, can really help you start gaining awareness of your thoughts. And once you're becoming aware of them, it's like you're being put in the driver's seat. You can then start evaluating them, shifting them, throwing out, discarding the ones that maybe you don't want, as well as take certain thoughts and not really take them seriously, because now you know the mantra is thought is just a thought. That is your new mantra. I want to quickly tie together these 3 videos, which is the series of 3 videos: Feelings 101, Body Sensations 101, and Thoughts 101. In each video we have did a quick exercise, and I would like to bring these 3 exercises together, and that you can check in with yourself for all 3 things at once rather than do them separately. So taking a couple of minutes a few times a day to ask yourself these 3 questions: what am I sensing at the moment in my body? What am I feeling at the moment? And what am I thinking? So we're just combining this. It's self-check-in essentially, combining all 3. And I want to invite you to practice this for yourself and see what kind of impact it can bring in your life. And I would love to hear from you about what impact that is having, or if you feel like something is not working, one of these particular exercises is not fitting in, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to know. And if you discovered something even better, even more reasons to share, so not just me but other people can know this and start applying it in your life. There was quite a few bite-sized pieces of wisdom for today. Thank you for keeping me company, my fellow wisdom seekers. Please leave me a comment or question below, and it could be the subject of my new video. For more cool bite-sized wisdom ideas, please visit my blog on my website, expaththerapy.online. And if you like what you heard today, please share it with your friends. Pass on the wisdom. And don't miss your next cup of tea with me. Subscribe to my channel today. Here's to improving life, 1 cup of tea at a time. Cheers, and see you next time.